Hello everyone and welcome back to our Witness channel and our little Chia project. Oh sorry, I don't think there's much noise, so might be better now. Okay, the internet is buzzing and I'm really disappointed. For the last 6 weeks we have worked on a solution to improve the plotter. And those of you who went through my videos over the last weeks, they saw that there was one which mentioned K32 becoming obsolete and testing K33 and above and plotting into RAM. And now one of our fellow programmers from Reddit has posted a solution which does basically exactly that. So I will not hesitate to give you some info about it. So what he did is he improved the original Chia plotter, and there are some limits to it what he did, but overall at the moment if you plot sequentially, that means not parallel, you get results which are pretty good compared to what the standard Chia plotter is doing, but that only works if you have a system which has more than 128 gigabyte of RAM, and you should advisably have at least 12 cores and 24 threads. Then you are on the way to reducing your plot time significantly. So the best hardware to run it would be a motherboard which is capable of having about a terabyte of RAM. A little bit more would be even better, and let's say 48 cores, and then you are looking at plotting times closing in on less than half an hour. So that is why my given the experience we have with plotting and not only plotting but with producing Bitcoin, then it was very very obvious that somebody would figure out a quicker way of plotting, improve the plotting time, which would very soon make the K32 obsolete, and we are on the way there. So the thing you have to look out is Mad Max Plotter. It does work on Linux, on Ubuntu, but there is a caveat. You need to install something first. So you need to follow this script here, because at the moment the Mad Max Plotter software is not running with the latest version of the C compiler on Ubuntu, so you need to install version 9.3 first. So you need to follow this script here, how to switch between multiple GCC and G++ compiler versions on Ubuntu. And then you need to install the version according to the needs of the script, and I have forgotten his name. He has kindly pointed it out on his web page. Where is it? It's not here, so it must be somewhere else. Yep. What was his name? Oh, I don't want to take the credits away from him. So it's Mad Max. Is his... I can't see. Okay, you will find it under Mad Max. And it is basically a new version for the Chia plotter. So after you have installed the script to change your compiler version, and here in the small print it says known issues, doesn't compile with GCC 11, so you need to use a lower version. 9.3 is, I think, or 9.3 is the one which you need to use. And then you need to install a RAM disk. Once you have installed the right GCC version, and that is basically another script which you need to follow. I don't know if you speak German, then you can use this one, but there are about 1199 different ones which are also in English. I would advise to use the temp file system for installing the RAM disk, because that is the best way. That way you only use your RAM disk if you are actually needing it. And the minimum size you need to set your RAM disk to is 112 gigabytes. So that is what you need to do. And if you have, and you point your second temp directory to the RAM disk, and you point your first directory to your SSD, or if you have 256 gigabytes of RAM, then you just do 2 RAM disks with 110 each, or 112 gigabyte each. And that should allow you to have a print in less than 1 hour if you have 24 threads. So that is where we are going, and that was pretty obvious from the beginning. Knowing how things work with graphic cards, you knew that the engine would be the problem, or was the bottleneck, and of course this bottleneck would fall. So what we are seeing now is the follow-up to ESIX. So we will have specially built machines to plot Chia plots, and yeah, I don't see there was no doubt for me anyway from the beginning. So I don't know, we are just in the... We tested yesterday. It didn't work as good as we thought it would, but I think that was because we didn't set it up right. There are other people who obviously managed to do it better than we did. So we are still in the process of optimizing, but I just wanted to give you some feedback about it. It is a pretty good thing to do, and it was obvious it would go in that direction. So that is great news for all of us who use the right hardware, but it is bad news for the small farmers on i7s and below, because it means that basically we are now entering the phase where you actually need special hardware to plot for Chia successfully. and it won't matter if there are pools coming up or not, because even in the pool you will compete with people who have 24 or more threads. And as we know, the CPU development now is going onto 100 cores, and we will see quad threads. So you will have machines which have 100 cores and 400 threads. So yeah, and then you will see machines which have 1.8 terabyte of RAM, and that is nothing you can beat. And of course, that is an investment which would be worthwhile even if the price of the Chia coin goes down to $200, because you would have a return of investment which would be pretty good. Okay, so where is Chia at the moment? I think we are approaching the, let's see, we are approaching the $500. Where are we at the moment? I can't see a 502, 503. So we will most likely see a 4. And then we will see how long it takes to reach the 400, or if actually the 500 is the bottom line. I'm not so sure about that. In my opinion, it won't be. I think we are going to see a lower price for the Chia. And the net space has been growing, of course. Again, since yesterday, we have added 1 exabyte since yesterday. And yep, at giving the improvement now in the plotting, we will see an increase in net space very soon. And as I pointed out in my video from yesterday, we will also see an increase in the price of hard disks overall. So yeah, a lot of things happening at the moment, and that is about it for today. So Mad Max is on the way. Gear yourself up and have a nice day. I hope you like and subscribe. Yeah, a lot of people watched the videos, but nobody likes them. That's a bit disappointing. It would be nice if you could leave a like, or even if you don't like them. Yeah, just give some feedback. Thank you very much. Have a real good day, and see you again.